Hey, Ted Savransky, Teddy Covers with a Wager Talk TV big game breakdown for college football action. How about some Friday night TV action? Wisconsin and Purdue right now. Look at the Wager Talk live odds screen. I'm seeing the Badgers short road favorites. Call it -6. There are some 5.5s out there as we speak. Total sitting in the 53.5, 54 range. And this has been a very one-sided series in recent years. Wisconsin, 10-0 straight up, 7-3 against the spread the last 10 years against Purdue. That being said, in 3 of the last 4 meetings, the line was -3.5 or lower. It's been competitive in that regard. And Purdue has covered 3 of the last 4 with point spreads that are higher than the -3.5. So I guess that gives it some semblance of competitiveness. But the bottom line is Wisconsin 10-0 the last 10 meetings, 35-24 last year. It was 35-10 before 2 garbage time Boilermakers scores. I'm not convinced this matchup's going to be all that different. You know, Purdue is 1-2 right now. They haven't played any step down in class. They haven't had the weaklings to beat up on. They are battle tested. They played Fresno, Virginia Tech, and Syracuse. 2 of those 3 are decent teams. None are as good as Wisconsin, but they haven't been feasting on bottom feeders. But we thought we might see an explosive passing game with Hudson Card behind center. This kid was a top 10 prospect out of high school. He committed to Texas, but he's only thrown 3 touchdown passes the first 3 games. There's one playmaker, Deion Burks. He's the only wide receiver who's making plays, which is something of a concern. Wisconsin fairly good at shutting down the opposing team's best player, and the running game's not working for Purdue. 2 of their top 3 backs have averaged less than 4 yards per carry. Now, the head coach, Ryan Walters, he was the defense coordinator at Illinois, he was defense coordinator at Missouri. First-time head coach. And the first time the Purdue's hired a defensive head coach since like the 80s. This is no Joe Tiller here, although the offensive coordinator, Graham Harrell, who likes to chuck the football around. Of course, last year they had an Aiden O'Connell behind center. We saw what O'Connell did in the preseason for the Raiders. There's a drop-off there, even with a quality prospect of Hudson Card. Look, the Badgers lost their first step-up game at Washington State. Devalued as a result. That was all turnovers, -3. They outgained the Cougs on the Palouse. And let's not forget, Washington State and the Pac-12 have been pretty darn good so far this season, both straight up and against the spread. Purdue's not Washington State. Luke Fickell, 4-8 his first year at Cincy, but that was a rebuild. This isn't a rebuild. He won 9 or more, by the way, each of his last 5 years there. He's a bet-on coach. You know, I'm not in love with Tanner Mordecai, the SMU transfer. He has only 2 touchdown passes in 3 games. I'm not seeing many playmakers on the Badgers side either. They got to run the ball down Purdue's throat, but I think they'll be able to do that. Early money for the Boilermakers and under. I'm not getting there with Purdue as home dogs. I'm not convinced I'm going to lay with Wisconsin in this ball game. But the under makes a whole lot of sense to this better. I'd expect a low-scoring affair between Purdue and Wisconsin on Friday night. Solid weekend in college football this past weekend. 60% counting every play, every day. You can get a 3-day all-access pass. Only $55. Just use promo code TEDDY3 at checkout. That's regularly priced at $69. Again, 3-day pass, only $55. Use promo code TEDDY3 at checkout to take advantage of that special offer. Enjoy the games, good luck, and thank you for watching Wager Talk TV.